I'm Phillips, and I'm here to declare war. I'm declaring war on the interview question, tell me about yourself. Please, please, stop asking this question. All over the world, interviews, as you watch this right now, an interview is starting, and the employer is starting with, tell me about yourself. This is one of the worst questions that you can ask. If you're a candidate going for a job interview and the person says to you, tell me about yourself, right away, you know that you are being interviewed by someone who is not using a regimented assessment process, who is not professionally trained in assessment, and the bottom line is that this person is generally unqualified and their job is to distinguish whether you're qualified or not. So you need to understand how to deal with that. Now, going back to the employer, why is this question not a good question? Tell me about yourself. In the very least, your assessment process should be designed to take out fraudsters, right? In the very least, you should not be letting fraudsters into your company. You should not be letting con men into your company. As one of my mentors said, you have pretenders and contenders. You want to remove the pretenders, right? So when you ask the question, tell me about yourself, a con man or a fraudster or someone who is a habitual underperformer who every 2-3 years is looking for a new job, they would have rehearsed this question. And when they answer it, it may sound like poetry. A top performer is someone who's not looking for a job, who's being rewarded, who's being retained, who's focused on what they're doing, who's defining the face of their industry. They do not have time to go to a job interview, let alone they do not have time to prepare for a job interview. So when they answer the question, tell me about yourself, they can answer it very poorly. And in fact, they may even get aggravated in the interview. There are so many things that a top performer may do. So as you can clearly see in this example, your opening question, tell me about yourself, is actually a question where a fraudster or an underperformer will perform better on and a top performer will perform worse on. So why are you asking it? There is no reason why you should be asking this question, right? The questions that you should be asking are separator questions, questions that are going to separate the top 1% from the top 10%, the top 1% from the top 25%, okay? And if you can't tell the difference between someone who's in the top 10% and someone who's in the 50th percentile and below, you have major issues, right, with your assessment program, right? And so what you need to do is it starts with your policies, your procedures, your systems. What is governing your assessment process for talent? Okay, this is where we can help you. Bring us in, let us write your policies and procedures, let us set up your assessment process so you never again have to ask the question, tell me about yourself.